Welcome back to the pod life of Angel and Tina. I'm your girl, Angel.
And I'm Tina. It's that time again, our monthly good news episode. Every month, we take a break from the noise and bring you. Why am I yelling?
You know, every time we record and I have to go home and edit, it'll be like, welcome back to the pod life. And I'm Tina! And I have to turn my volume down.
Yeah.
Because I'll be so low at the beginning, so I have it turned up.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave it in there, too.
And I'm Tina. Stop it. Stop it. And I'm Tina. It's that time again, our monthly good news episode. Every month, we take a break from the noise and bring you nothing but uplifting stories, real progress, and moments that remind us the world is still moving in the right direction. But first, we'll do our weekly recap. Angel, how was your week?
You know, this week was good. It was the holiday week. So I spent time with family and friends.
Yeah, we did. We went to the Bright Festival, Marion Bright Festival.
Oh yeah, we
Saturday.
did. I mean, I came late.
I know it was not.
Drink.
I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, we saw the tree lit, and that was it. And then we got free stuff, but that was it. And then we went to Raven's Lounge.
Yeah, that was cute.
Which we need to go again. Yeah, because
they need more food.
Well, they're revamping their menu. That's what they said.
I wasn't listening. I just know when I came, y'all was like, they only got 3 dishes. And I was like, because I don't think I was there when they said they was revamping. I just know y'all said they only got 3 things.
Yeah, no, they're revamping, I think, their menu, because I was so excited to get grilled cheese, and they're like, nope. I was like,
wow.
You're going to make me eat, and then we're going to go somewhere else and eat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I ate my appetizer, and then went on.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had Friendsgiving on Wednesday. That was wonderful.
I like my little video I made.
Angel didn't eat my green bean casserole.
I did eat some.
You did? I thought you say you did it because that's the cream mushroom, but you can't even take the cream mushroom in there.
I ate some. I just don't like eating mushrooms. I had some on my plate.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I was too liquidy, but the next day it was better.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it was pretty good.
I have to make it the day before, just soak in all that good stuff.
I don't mind mushroom. I hate eating the mushroom. So I saw like a little piece of mushroom. So I picked the pieces out. But I ate the green bean. I ate yours and I ate the nuts. I ate both of y'all's.
Well, Danette had what in hers?
Onions. Yeah, it was good. I just don't know. I just hate crunching. Like, I like onion flavor. I just hate crunching on a doggone onion.
So, like, the onions had to be very, very, very diced.
Yeah, and I'd still be like, ugh.
And we had Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Yeah, it was nice. My dad enjoyed my meal.
It was good. What you made?
I made crab cakes with a pesto aioli. I made some homemade pesto aioli with crab cakes.
I should have said yes on your food. Come over.
And then I made mini chicken pot pies.
Ooh.
And then I also made corn pudding and I made stuffing.
See, I was going to make corn pudding too.
That's what I made.
But I was like, no, I'm lazy. I said for green bean casserole, that's what I'm going to make. No surprises, but I think I'll do that next year.
I would have made something for Chaz, but the week went by so quick, and then we both had to work that Wednesday because I could have made something when I got off, but at the same time,
right,
we weren't here.
Yeah, like I got off early, so I made my. Then that's why if I made it the day before, it could have been better, but. Then the onions would be soggy, you know.
The crispy. Could you just put them on there the next day?
No, I didn't do it. I did everything that.
No, I'm saying like if you made it the day before and then just added some the next day. I know my mom liked it. I gave my mom some.
Oh, good.
I gave her some of yours and Danette's. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's about it. I had to work Saturday, so just now relaxing. I have off tomorrow. Gotta do things before my trip.
And Christina's going again. It's not bad. You can't beat that.
My hotel was my money.
Yeah.
For 2 nights. I know. That's why we just need to start looking when we retire or when I get fired.
when I retire, because if I get fired, I ain't looking at shit. I gotta get another job.
I'll just travel with my mom. I'll be like, Mom, you got me, right?
I'll be like, Mom, you got me. She'll be like, no, girl, you better get another job.
Mom, let's go. Let's see the world. Mama has very, like, I don't know if, like, Rome, she was like, ever since Rome, I just don't like a lot of crowded people. That really made me stress out. All those people. I said, Mom, I usually get stressed out and it was fine. And she was like, yeah, just like the people that were mean on the train. I said, I laugh about that now.
I mean, it's just the experience. You're in another country. That's how they are.
But she's like, I just don't. Like, get over it. Just like when she tells me I have anxiety. Get over it.
Get over it.
That's what she tells me. So I'm telling her, get over it. To start us off, we're heading to Illinois, where my parents were born, where my sister was born, where my family is now.
But Christina won't born there.
Oh, for Mississippi.
She's an oddball.
Yeah.
She was born
She was like,
deep south.
All right, let's go south instead of north. Where lawmakers have made a major move towards second chances and real opportunities. Illinois passed a clean state law that automatically seals eligible arrest and conviction records benefiting 1.74 million people. This removes a significant barrier to jobs, housing, and stability for many former convicted individuals.
Sorry, you're convicted.
What? Convicted.
That's the way you said convicted.
Convicted.
You had an emphasis on that convicted.
Convicted. That's what I said. So you ask, what is the Clean Slate Act? The Clean Slate Act, House Bill 1836, was approved by Illinois legislature in early November 2025. Under this law, many criminal records that are currently eligible for sealing from arrest that didn't lead to conviction to certain misdemeanors or older low-level felonies will be automatically sealed by the state on a regular schedule. This means people won't need to file a petition, pay fees, or navigate a complicated legal process to clear their record, a process that previously required individual initiative. Who benefits and how? Roughly 2.2 million Illinoisans.
That's a horrible name.
Illinoisans are expected to benefit. People with old arrests, dismissed charges, or minor convictions that would qualify under the law.
Convictions.
Did I say it again?
No, I just wanted to say it.
I was like, did I say it again? Because sealed records disappear from public and private background checks. Folks who served time or had brush-ups with the law get a real chance to rebuild applying for jobs, housing, education, without being automatically disqualified for past mistakes.
That's amazing.
I know. Some people are gonna be like, no. And some people will be like, yeah. Because people make mistakes and they learn from them.
Yes. And then some people make mistakes and they don't actually get convicted because of somewhat of a privilege somehow. Like
money.
Exactly.
Money.
And then
money who you know.
They slip by.
Yeah.
So our justice system is already effed up, but this is the good way.
It always is.
But still, like some of these people, they need to be put under the jail anyway. Yeah. Like that man, I ain't gonna get into it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Supporters, that man. I want to remind you when we get off. I don't know what you're talking about. Because I like that man. Supporters say this helps lift barriers for people re-entering society, supporting employment stability, and reducing unfair lifelong penalties for nonviolent, often decades-old offenses. So, for example, like, people, like, back in the day got, like, really big charges for marijuana.
Yeah, and now
like, it's like,
everybody can go buy it at the grocery
or
store.
slap on the wrist if it's big,
Right. And then those people still had their charges still pending. I mean, like, it's still on them from back in, like, 1990.
Yes.
And these other people doing the same thing. Let them people go. Freedom.
People go.
Freedom ring. Freedom ring.
All right. Okay. We have squirrel moments too. It's fine. We have coffee, and it's like 4:41 p.m. and 38 degrees, and we're drinking cold coffee
with liquor in it.
See, I wasn't even say nothing.
I was waiting for you to get to it. I was like, oh, I gotta say it real quick.
No. Okay.
What's covered?
Back to what's covered.
What is covered? And what's not?
Yeah, what's covered and what's not. Covered is arrests that lead to no charges, dismissed or reversed charges, many misdemeanors, certain low-level felonies after a waiting period. Not covered, serious violent offenses, murder, DUIs, reckless driving, crimes requiring sex offender registration. The law excludes these from automatic sealing. See, okay, reckless driving, it just depends what it is. Like, if you're running from the law, that's different. But if you, like, sometimes go, like, 75 miles an hour to 50.
Then that's not...
Yeah. Okay. Even with sealing, law enforcement and courts will still have access to the sealed records. The change mainly affects what's visible to employers, landlords, and background check companies. So why does it matter? Second chances. Before this law, people had to petition the court, pay filing fees, and navigate varying procedures. Because of that, only a small fraction of eligible people ever got relief. By automating the process, the Clean Slate Act removes friction and inequity, giving many people a realistic shot at rebuilding their lives instead of being held back indefinitely for past mistakes. Advocates argue this isn't just about individuals. It helps communities reduce barriers to employment and housing, can help lower things by offering fair opportunity to people who've served their time. Woo! Angel, tell me your first story.
Shifting from land to sea, our next story comes out of Australia, where researchers are turning...
Mate.
Right? No! I love the way they say it. I can't say it like that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
How it going? I don't say, how are you? How it going?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I watch streamers from Australia.
Jake's really you do?
Cute. Yeah, Jakey's really cute.
Where researchers are turning to artificial intelligence to help revive one of the planet's most fragile ecosystems, its coral reefs. At the Australian Institute of Marine Science, researchers have developed a robotic assistant called the DGS. It isn't a single piece of technology, but a full workflow combining robotics, deep learning algorithms, and years of oceanography data. Together, these tools make a coral restoration work faster, safer, and far more precise. Here's how it works. Over the past 2 decades, marine scientists have learned how to time coral spawning events, collecting the larvae and raise them in controlled aquarium environments. When the corals are ready, they attach to small ceramic pieces designed to protect them while they grow. The DGS scans the seafloor, identifies the best spot for each juvenile coral, and drops them in a ceramic seed within about 3 feet of the ideal location. It's a level of accuracy that would nearly be impossible for human crews to achieve on their own. This season, after the autumn spawn in the Great Barrier Reefs, AIMS researchers are using the system to place new corals on degraded sections of the reef. giving nature a much-needed boost after years of bleaching events. Dr. Ben, I can't say his last name, so I deleted it. The project
It's my
engineer.
girl.
The project engineer behind the system emphasizes that this isn't about replacing people. Instead, it's about humans and machines working together to make large-scale restoration possible. Looking ahead, Ames envisions the DGS operating from autonomous vessels that could seed coral reefs around the clock. They're also exploring whether smaller versions could be installed on tourist boats, dive vessels, or even those used by traditional owners. If so, anyone who loves the reef could play a hands-on role in keeping it alive. It's a rare piece of good news, innovation, and conservation working side by side to rebuild one of the world's most fragile ecosystems. Okay, Christina, what you got for us?
This next one is a big deal for families across the country. New Mexico just became the first state to guarantee universal child care. As of November 1st, 2025, New Mexico became the first U.S. state to guarantee free universal child care for all families, regardless of income. This isn't just a small expansion. It removes all income limits and waives copays that previously excluded many households from child care assistance. The announcement was made months earlier by Michelle, the state governor, and the plan is being hailed as groundbreaking nationwide. So, what actually changes for families? Families no longer have to worry about whether their income disqualifies them. As long as they live in New Mexico, they qualify for subsidized child care. On average, families stand to save about $12,000 per child annually. Just like, that's like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why I ain't got none.
For them kids. I like to travel. A substantial relief. Given the typical cost of daycare and early childhood education, the subsidy doesn't go to parents. Instead, the state pays licensed child care providers directly, meaning care centers don't rely on parents' ability to pay. This redesign is meant to make child care more accessible and predictable, helping families budget and helping children access early education opportunities regardless of their household finances. So, for the providers and early childhood workforce, the program doesn't just help families, it looks to strengthen childcare as a profession. I burped, I'm sorry. New Mexico is offering incentives to childcare centers that pay childcare workers a minimum of $18 per hour, well above the state minimum wage, aiming to raise industry wages and reduce turnover. To meet increased demand, the state plans to build or expand childcare centers, providing low-interest loans to help open new facilities or renovate existing ones. Officials estimate that expanding to universal coverage will add thousands of children and require many more early childhood professionals, a significant boost to the child care workforce. In short, the state aims to raise standards, not just make child care cheaper. So, yes, why does this matter? This move has ripple effects beyond just saving. For working parents, especially in low and middle income households, free childcare removes a major barrier to employment, education, or further training. Many parents pay nearly as much in childcare as in rent or mortgages. So this relief can drastically shift financial stability. For children, access to early education, regardless of social economic status, can improve developmental outcomes, school readiness, and long-term opportunities. For the economy, reducing child care costs frees up household income for other needs, housing, food, healthcare, etc. And by supporting child care workers with better pay, the state helps stabilize and professionalize a critical sector. Advocates call the initiative a bold example for other states, showing that universal child care at scale can indeed work. What it feels like for real people, because, forget the fake people.
Yeah, forget the fake people.
But we want to talk about the real people. For many families, this isn't just policy, it's a life changer. Parents who once spent thousands every month now can breathe easier. Teachers who struggle with low wages may see a more professional, better supported career. And for children, it means more families can afford stable, supportive early childhood environments. As one New Mexico parent said at the announcement, freeing families from the costs and stress of childcare could give every child the opportunity to grow and thrive.
Oh, that's amazing.
I know. That is really nice because I know childcare is expensive. That's why most of the time, if you have, the other half with you, one of them stays home
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
saves money. Because your whole
Paycheck goes to
childcare. Anyway.
Crazy. And speaking of breakthroughs, our next story is one that hits the heart. It's a monumental movement in genetic medication, one that completely changed a young boy's future. This year, 3-year-old Oliver Chu became the first child in history to receive a new gene therapy for Hunter syndrome, an ultra-rare condition that affects how the body breaks down complex sugars. Children with severe Hunter syndrome typically face progressive learning and memory loss, heart and lung problems, bone and joint issues, and significant developmental delays. The disease occurs when a crucial gene fails to produce an enzyme called IDS. A research team at the University of Manchester, led by Professor Brian Bigger, developed a stem cell-based therapy designed to replace that faulty gene with a working copy. Last December, Oliver traveled to California to the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital to begin treatment. Doctors collected his natural stem cell, then sent them to the specialized lab in London. There, scientists inserted the healthy gene into the cells using a modified virus. In February, Oliver received 2 infusions containing 125 million of these corrected cells. It was a historic moment, though he was too young to realize what was happening. Within days, he flew home to California to reunite with his family, including his older brother, Skylar, who also has the disease.
How can they work on the older brother?
I'm going to get to it. There's a reason.
There is a reason.
Hunter syndrome is almost always fatal and affects only about 1 in 100,000 boys. I didn't realize it was just boys.
Yeah.
Current treatments can slow the physical decline but can't reach the brain, where the most serious damage occurs. One commercial drug can cost as much as a house per year, and even that can't cross the blood-brain barrier. For many families, infusions of the missing enzyme have been the only option. Sorry, y'all, I can't read today. But Oliver's results stunned the medical team. By May, doctors reported that his development looked remarkably normal. He began talking nonstop, expanding his vocabulary, running, playing, and even stopping his enzyme infusions altogether. His mother says she's become emotional every time she thinks about how far he has come. Professor Simon Jones, who oversaw the trial for Oliver and 4 other boys, says the early results are extremely promising. Though the team remains cautious, knowing it's still early in the process. Sadly, Oliver's brother, Skylar, is too old to qualify for the treatment window, which was limited to children between 3 months and 1 year old. But the fact that Oliver responded at age 3 gives the family hope that future therapies might reach older children as well.
I hope so.
So yeah, he was just kind of like an experimental age.
I hope so.
And if it works for him,
say 3, like month to 3 years old.
I don't know, but that's why it had it set. It was, and then they was like, let's just try Oliver real quick. Let's just throw him in there. For now, Oliver is thriving, and his progress marks a major step forward in genetic medication or medicine. One that could change the future of rare disease treatment for families around the world.
You go, Oliver and Dr. Simone. So now let's turn it to innovation. I promise y'all, I'm going to get through this one. It's my last one. So I have to get through.
She got this.
I got it.
She got this.
So scientists have developed a floating device capable of converting ordinary raindrops into usable electricity.
That's crazy.
Right? So what's the breakthrough? In November 2025, researchers at NUAA unveiled a new kind of generation, a floating droplet electricity generator, often called W-DEG, that harvests the energy from falling raindrops, but does so on water. Unlike early designs, which use rigid land-based platforms and heavy metal electrodes. This new device uses natural water both as the physical support it floats on a lake or reservoir and as the A thin film on top acts as the surface that raindrops strike. The idea is simple but clever. When a raindrop hits the floating film, the impact and the water beneath generate a charge. Water's surface tension and incompressibility help absorb the drop's impact, while ions in the water act as charge carriers, completing the electrical circuit. So how's it perform? The new design drastically reduces weight by about 80% and lowers costs about 50% cheaper compared with conventional solid base droplet generators. Even so, it delivers impressive electrical performances. Each raindrop impact can produce a burst of voltage around 250 volts, on par with traditional, more cumbersome systems. In tests, a prototype about 0.3 square meters in size, roughly the size of a coffee table surface, was able to power 50 LEDs simultaneously. It also charged in a few minutes, enough to run small electronics or sensors. So you ask, why does it matter? Why? Who cares, right? People care. This might sound like a neat lab trick, but it potentially much more than that. Because it floats, the generator doesn't require land or rigid
infrastructure.
Yes. You could place it on lakes, reservoirs, or other water bodies. That means rain-powered electricity becomes feasible even in places where land-based solar or wind installations are impractical. It could power remote sensors, environmental monitoring equipment, or small off-grid electronics. Devices that need low but reliable power, especially in rainy regions. As a nature integrated clean energy source, this technology adds to the portfolio of renewable options beyond just solar, wind, and hydro, especially useful in areas where steady rainfall is common. So, what's the limits and what's the unknown? It's not a silver bullet, at least not yet. The electricity comes in bursts. Every raindrop produces a pulse, not a steady, continuous output. That means for practical use, the energy needs to be collected, stored in batteries, and conditioned to run devices reliable and conditions to be run devices. The lab prototype is small, 0.3 m square 2. You take it as you want to. Scaling up to cover large areas or power bigger systems will require further development. Environmental factors, heavy rain, water turbulence, biofouling, long-term durability remains challenging. As of now, the best suited for low power distributed applications rather than replacing large power plants. What's this feel like? A new kind of green energy. What does it feel like, y'all?
What does it feel like?
This is a bit like discovering electricity in raindrops.
That's
the
what it
whole
is.
conversation that we've been talking about. Imagine placing a floating solar panel for rainy days on a reservoir. It's lightweight, cheap, and quietly harvesting power from water falling all around you. For communities near lakes or regions with abundant rainfall or remote areas without reliable grid access, this could mean cheap, renewable energy with minimal infrastructure. Yes, I got it. It doesn't replace solar or wine.
What? It doesn't replace the wine, y'all. Them wine droplets count more.
But you know what? It doesn't replace wind either. But it adds a clever complementary piece to clean energy puzzle. It's early, but it's optimistic. What? 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 It's optimistic. What is it?
It's down a little bit.
What? What is optimistic? It's optimistic.
You're optimistic. What's optimistic? Be optimistic. Like we're shaking these asses right. Optimistic.
But as she interrupted me,
I'm dying.
That European coffee. Optimistic. I did it. Optimistic. I gave up right there. I said it right.
Okay.
But it's optimistic. And it shows once more, sometimes the next big energy idea doesn't require solar fields or wind turbines. Oh, I tried.
She made the word much longer.
I tried, y'all. Turbines. Just looking around and asking, what's falling from the sky?
It must be water.
Stop it. It's raindrops. So what's falling from the sky
What is it?
or landing on our water?
Is it a bird?
That's go get to it. I got more cities that we're not already using. So what's falling from the sky or landing on our water that we're not already using?
Rain, you got the answer?
It's not a story because I don't have it. I'll leave you guys wondering. I'm not going to give you the answer.
Oh my
But
God.
I'm pretty sure you can guess. Raindrops,
Raindrops?
snow,
Water?
ice, all water. Go for it. I did it good. I survived, y'all. I did good.
She did good.
You did great.
We gotta get through one more story, y'all. Bear with us.
We got one more for y'all. You know you like us. We make you laugh.
Oh God, I can't breathe. Okay.
You
Our final story today proves that life has a quiet way of bringing the right people together. Right? It's a story of true unforeseen love beginning in a hospital long before Zach and Isabel imagined.
Who is that?
I'm about to tell you, girl. Imagine they would one day share life. 7 years ago, both teenagers from Minnesota arrived at the regional hospital in St. Paul under the worst circumstances. 18-year-old Zach had suffered a traumatic brain injury during a high school football game and was rushed in while in a coma. 9 days later, 16-year-old Isabel Richards arrived at the same hospital, also in a coma, after a serious car accident on her way to work. Their mothers, terrified and unsure if either child would survive, leaned on each other for strength. Both teens faced massive injuries. Isabel needed part of her skull removed on the right side, and Zach had the same procedure on the left side. Against the odds, Zach woke up, and when he was strong enough, he appeared at a hospital news conference. Ooh, he was at a conference. That conference played on TV in Isabel's room, and her family went downstairs to meet him. Zach reassured Isabel's mother, telling her that her daughter would pull through, and she did. After both teens recovered, their moms arranged a simple dinner. Zach said a few kind words to Isabel. Then 6 years went by without contact, but fate wasn't finished. 6 years later, their mothers brought them together again. A Facebook friend request turned into a first date. Then a year of dating, and finally, a return to the hospital where it all began. In the very same spot where Zach had once stood as a recovering teen, the two recorded a special episode of their podcast, Hope and Healing. After reading 2 Bible verses, Joel 2:25 and John 10:10, I don't know if I said those right.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Zach turned to Isabel and proposed. The hospital staff who helped save their lives, well, both of their lives, erupted into an applause as she said yes. They were strangers in comas, then survivors, then podcasters, and now partners for life. Love works in mysterious ways, and this story proves it.
It proves it. And now they get nasty.
Oh my gosh.
So, thanks for bearing with us as we tried our best.
You struggled?
But I guess I'm not intelligent at all.
Yeah, you are.
I graduated magna cum laude. Thank you. It's her fault. It's Angel's fault.
Because she was like, do you want to put liquor in our coffee?
Who wanted to get coffee?
I
did it.
It's just coffee.
But you started it.
I just wanted coffee.
Anyway, who said, oh yeah, you can pour some more in there?
You couldn't taste it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I poured more in. So who did what?
No. She started it.
No, you started it, but the coffee. Anyways, that wraps up our good news episode. I am so sorry that the raindrops turning into electricity was kind of boring. I'll remember that next time.
It was fascinating.
It's interesting, but it was kind of boring. We hope these stories reminded you that even in tough times, there's still light, progress, and a whole lot of hope in the world.
Yes, and make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms so you never miss an episode, an update, or a behind-the-scenes moment. Of course, TikTok is the Pod Life of Angel and Tina. Tina, what is your TikTok name?
Sunshine Diva 85.
I'm Angel_on_air. These are our TikTok names, and we do have an email at
The Pod Life of Angel and Tina at gmail.com.
Give us your
Still
good
haven't
news.
received one email, y'all.
Not a one.
Not one. And we ask you guys all the time, who's listening? Is anyone listening?
Is it just us?
Is it just us? Are we the only ones? Hi. Anyway, thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time. First time, always.
Have a good week, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye.
Peace.